What up, everybody, and welcome to episode 294 of the PanelCast. Woo! I'm your host, AJ. With me this week is Joel. Freddie is off spending time with his family. Good for Freddie.
Good for Freddie.
Hope you're having a great time out there, Freddie.
Good for Freddie.
Yeah. I almost don't have family.
Oh.
Anyway. I'm just kidding. I've got a family somewhere. In this episode, we are going to be talking about Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
Yep.
Season 1 and 2, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So lots of Monarch.
We're going to be reviewing the new Lanterns trailer. We're going to talk about AEW's Match of the Week. And Joel's got a little surprise for us, a little trip he went on this week.
Oh, just a little something. Yeah.
We'll get to that after we do Monarch first. We'll talk a little Monarch.
Yeah.
So Joel and I had a miscommunication this week.
Yeah.
We miscommunicated that we were going to watch Monarch this week, and I thought he meant the first episode of season 2.
Yep.
He meant season 1.
Yeah.
Which he had not watched yet. So I watched the beginning of season 2. He watched season 1.
And I just wrapped up season 1.
I'm going to let him review season 1 for you, what he thought of it. Then I'm going to take you into the trailer for season 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tell you how episode 1 was.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Joel.
Okay, so if I was to try to pull people in who haven't seen it.
At this point, we know a lot of people have already been into it.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that for those of you who don't know, filling in real quick, all the other Godzilla and King Kong movies, with the exception of Godzilla -0 or -1. -1 or 0. The next one is one of those two, whatever.
Yeah.
Does not connect into the Monarch world.
Okay.
All the other films do.
Okay.
Starting from 2014 Godzilla moving forward.
Because I mean, they had been building this, this connective universe for
right.
For
especially if you've been watching for the after credit scenes, it
Yeah.
ties in a lot with the Monarch stuff.
The last 15 years of those movies have been doing that. So so if you enjoyed that, if you've enjoyed that connectivity in those movies, then this is for you. This is just more realization of that world that they were piecing together. And so they give it to you, they nibble it to you, they really, I mean, it sucks you in. Okay. So that's why, even though I had been off track on time when it came out, once you start, for those of you who have not seen it yet, because there are people who haven't seen it, just know that if you start watching it, you're going to suddenly be just doing that until you get done with the season. So it's bingeable. If you had 2 days off and nobody called you, you're just going to start.
I agree with that you just fall into it so easily. And the way that it flows, they flow into each other so easily. They make it so that you have to binge it. Before you realize that you're on the 3rd episode.
The characters have layers. As a writer, AJ is not going to be pleased if your characters are basically, right? These people they develop. So that's also what draws you in. And I think it's an ensemble of a bunch of different folks going through what's happening. And you really want to see what's going to happen with all of them. And that's...
Well, it's been a couple years. You can tell us what it's about.
Okay, so I'm going to try to lay it down. There's a lot going on. So they
just give us a broad stroke of what the show's about and what you like most about it.
Okay, so simple idea. Monarch is a company that is actually a scientific, quiet, non-existent branch that is funded by the government quietly to keep track, learn, and research on what's going on with all of the anomalies with Godzilla and all of the other creatures that you've already been seeing around, and the connectivity from that. They use a time to express time. Kurt Russell and his son play each other, obviously. Kurt Russell in the present day, his son playing him I want to say at the time it was going to
in the past, in about the 50s.
About the 50s all the way into the 60s. It was around, definitely 50s.
Around Vietnam.
Yeah, so they're able to take you back and forth in time, so they've got that duality as well. You've got your present characters and your past characters. It's building. They give you some high quality action. You guys, that this is not low budget. I think that they really made this look great. AJ, do you think it really looked great?
Apple has no problem flexing its balls as far as we have a budget and we're not ashamed to use it.
Yeah.
And you guys all have iPads. We're going to use that money to make a movie and make a TV show.
Yeah. So it has to look good. Obviously, I think it's going to build to some much bigger things, because when you're doing a show about us dealing with only the biggest beasts in film, it's going to have to take up some screen. So, but I think if you're not just like, oh, big monsters, there's a lot. There's good writing. There's complexity. There's the characters have their own personal and connected motivations for what's going on. It's a good time.
Yeah. So what did you enjoy most about the first season?
There's a lot happening, but it's also a slow burn. Meaning everything is happening. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of movement. Shit is happening. But at the same time, they're also nibbling you to big stuff. And so if they keep rocking with it all the way through this, season 2, by the end of season 2, I don't know where we could be. But that's exciting, right? That's what I love the most about it, is that it made me want to get on the couch and see what is going to happen. Like a book that you don't want to put down. So.
Well, already then. Well, now that we know that Joel has a basic opinion of the show, let's go ahead and check out this trailer for season 2.
Do you hear that?
This is not Kong.
And it's not Godzilla. This is something bigger.
We opened the rift to another world.
I did it. I pressed the button. I let the genie out of the bottle.
What's next?
I've just destroyed the world.
Consequences.
I'm living in.
This Titan
I'm living in.
is like a god. And the sea creatures worship it.
Hundreds of thousands are in the path of this monster. And we don't know what it wants.
Go! I'm gonna find a way to set things right. I promise. To destroy a monster takes another monster. We need Kong and Godzilla.
What if they make the situation worse? You're trying to play God. No man should play God.
I lost people I loved. Don't make the same mistake I did.
In the end, only one thing matters. Who wins?
Now, the one thing I'm going to say right off the bat is Monarch has found a way. another way. This is another like -0 did or -1 did.
Yeah.
Monarch has found another way for me to give a shit about the humans in a Godzilla story.
Because there's a few Godzilla movies that I could have just omitted the people altogether.
Who cares about them?
I was actually irritated every time I had
Right?
to keep being forced to care
Right.
about them when there's bigger stuff going on.
And they did that in the first re-release of the Godzilla films that we got over in America, was where they focused more on Aaron Taylor Thomas and what he was doing instead of Godzilla. Godzilla was in the background.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care about the people. I care about Godzilla and what the monsters are happening, what they're doing. Monarch and -1 both made me care about the people in the story.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm enjoying about it. In season 2 so far, that first episode, everything you saw there in the trailer, 10% of that was in the first episode. I still can't wait for the rest of the season. That's a TV show that you're seeing that high quality coming out on.
I didn't breathe I think I forgot to breathe after about the first 4 seconds, and I just was all.
I saw Godzilla and King Kong more in that trailer than I did the entirety of the first Godzilla King Kong movie or Godzilla movie. And I'm happy. I can't remember for the life of me the name of the monster that they're going after. I'm going to have to do some research on it. Hit my old memory banks.
Yeah.
But I will. But I'm excited about it. The scale that they're filming this is, and the scale that everything is coming on is great. And so far, that first episode, oh my God, at the end of the first episode, I was like, oh, yes. Because the way Kong was acting at the end of it was great. Because Kong was actually holding the humans responsible. And it was awesome the way he did it. I'm not going to give too much away. You guys got to watch it. It was a good lead in. They're doing a good job of. They had 2 split timelines, like you had said in the first season.
Yeah.
And those 2 timelines did a good job of
melding at the right time,
of promoting the story,
okay,
the past of the story, as well as helping the story in the current to keep you updated. And then it blended in well at the end.
Because eventually the past catches up with the current.
Right.
Yeah.
And then everything comes together. And then here we are in season 2, and it's continuing on with it.
What I can say, even though I didn't get to watch the full episode or the first episode, that once you're done with season 1, I still got to enjoy understanding everything that I just saw in front of me. And yeah, it was what I was just saying. It was going to ramp up. That was the effing ramp up.
Right.
You know, and we know that it's going to even excite bike off the ramp and then cover 3 or 4 smaller ramps before you land on the end.
Why you got to go NES?
Man, the only way you could pop a wheelie for for that long. The preview kind of, like I said, I didn't breathe.
I wish there was a way. It makes me want to get a better home theater system.
Yeah.
We're at war right now, and I want a bigger TV.
Because again,
so I want to watch Godzilla in big screen.
When we're talking about film and we're just talking about scale, I guess unless you're talking about Galactus, on film for so long, these epic creatures have been in our film history as being the biggest, gnarliest, right?
Right.
And so, everybody else, Jason Voorhees is running around. Godzilla's like, I don't even have time for you, dude. Like, what are you? Like, these are, and so to see them give it to us this way, and again, their fates and our fates, we're all stuck at it's great when Kurt Russell says it all comes down to who wins.
Right.
So you can say what you want about everything else, but it is a battle for the planet. So what's bigger than that for us?
There might be one thing, and that's the trailer that just came out yesterday. Check this out.
Drop it.
I'm training you.
Oh, I got to go back.
With all due respect, we've been training for 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class till the ring says you are.
All right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you. Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. And we both know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. And as long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired. And your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Have you ever talked with the other lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
There you have it. Lanterns. Thoughts?
I'm stoked for it. The cast was sweet. I think they're doing a look at the whole lantern concept in a completely different texture than I was expecting. It sounds fun, sounds funny, sounds serious, sounds gritty. It looks gritty as hell. I feel I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying I enjoy when I see a team up character development like that, like in Wonder Man.
Mm-hmm.
And again, not comparing them, they're two different things, but you know that there's going to be some serious story going on because you've got these two characters, just like when you guys told me you're watching the show about the night. Watching these people develop together gave me that same vibe too. And I feel pretty solid on how much they put into that. That was some good stuff in just that tiny preview.
Right.
And I like that they're doing it with Hal and showing him in this stage. I don't know what it is about us, but come on. We love seeing old Batman. We love seeing old Punisher. We want to see all these people make it to an older age, and how would they be?
We've aged, so we want to see our idols age as well. Those characters that we grew up with, we want to see them our age as well. And we want to be able to fantasize that we're them at this age, that we can still pull off that shit.
And they obviously, exploit the idea. Obviously, he's just like constantly poking at how, like, dude, you're old. This is, but you don't get to be that old without being
right.
You don't get there unless you're wise and you've been around.
There's a reason I'm still alive.
Yeah. And I still got the ring. So, and I have knowledge. So, it's a kind of a classic tale, the young buck in the chair.
In the whoa chair.
Yeah, the chair just totally. I wasn't ready for the comeback on that, but like I said, I mean that's a story we've seen before. But if you show it well and in this particular environment, I think it's going to be a damn good time.
It has that True Detective feel about it.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, Aaron Pierre, even without the glow and the costume, dead on John Stewart. I'm sorry, that is John Stewart to a T.
So I think they cared.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing.
I think they saw Aaron Pierre and was like, oh shit, we got to make a lantern show.
Some producer was sitting in a sandwich shop just eating a sandwich and happened to see him walk by. And he's like,
Jon Stewart,
I can
do something with that.
I can get a cast to follow you up. Trust me, we've got writers. They're waiting. They're hungry. They're all commissioned. So
and then he watched Rebel Ridge and saw him in that and said, dude, set. We're doing this.
All this means are putting this word out to everybody and all the shows and all the people who stream and all make this stuff. You know, you got some hefty competition because there's so many shows proving that you can give us quality, right? And
I mean, they did that with that one that I can't think of right now. Penguin.
Oh, bro. So I mean,
again,
the bar just keeps going up. Where if you want to give us, even if you want us to give us a comedy silly story, you still better give it to us like well. And you know, again, out of a lot of these genres that in the 90s, if you were into comics and a lot of these related things, it was not helping you get a date. And now, high quality comic based stories are dominating. They're destroying it.
Wait till He-Man comes out. If He-Man gets you laid, then something is definitely wrong in the dynamic of the universe. It has flipped. Okay, just telling you.
But so again, yeah, the box office, there's all this, I guess I'd have to say Revenge of the Nerds, right? Which, by the way, yeah, just, 2 seconds for a member of
Revenge.
Yeah. Take a second for him because he did a lot of good things. But hey, you know what? This is a great time to be alive, to see all these things realized. And I think it's going to be around for a good while.
You know what? Speaking of our age, something we forgot in our last segment. You went to something that exemplifies our age.
Not only that, but also it was an anniversary thing. So I got to be lucky to go with a good buddy and see the Violent Femmes on the 45th anniversary of their self-entitled first album. They would, without even breaking a sweat, busted out the entire first album.
Nice.
Song for song. And then they gave us more goodies and came back for an encore. And for people who like the Violent Femmes, I will tell you, in their mid-60s now, there was no loss. There was no loss. And they played the shit out of, they were there live, real instruments, the bass player. Anyway, you guys, if it's possible that they continue to tour after just this 45th anniversary, you got to go. If you just liked them, I think you'll love them. If you already loved them, you might get a little emotional. Like they got everybody up out of their seats. Sadly, it was seats. There was no regular general admission.
At our age, we can't stand that long anyway.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, there was so many different people at different ages, and they were up. And they kept us up and moving around, and they were fun. They talked to the audience. They were very clearly appreciative that everybody still freaked out for them. But also, honorable mention to everybody that was there. They had a horn section come. I have never seen a man play a saxophone that big. It was like 6 feet tall. I don't know what it was. But I'm just saying, they brought, even the additional people they brought to be with them, were amazing musicians, including a lady, a backup singer that they had. She killed it. So they had fun. They brought friends with them. They're like, hey, dude, we're going to play D&D on Saturday, dude. You got any friends? And they brought really talented people with them.
For those of you just tuning in, we're talking about the Violent Femmes concert that Joel just went to.
Yeah.
He's reviewing it.
And, man, and to still hear people sing with and play with the passion for those songs when, look, they played these things a billion times right at this point. Right. And, but again, they were really vocal and were like, hey, thanks for loving us and having us continue to play these songs. And they could have played for hours, and they gave it. They gave it.
That's awesome.
So the only other thing is that we had to get in and out of the Yamava Casino, which I had never been there before. And I had no idea that there could be that many parking structures, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. My buddy Chris he's like, hey, dude, you don't understand. We got to go early. I'm like, why, dude? We got to park. He's like, you don't understand, dude. It's like entering a city on Coruscant in Star Wars. You're like, I had anxiety like 2 seconds into this place. And I was just like, Chris, I have to park the soonest place I can park. I don't care where we're going. If we never get out of here. So it was worth it. We got in and we got to the show, got out and just got out of there. But we felt great for at least 2 hours after the show because we had so much energy. It was worth the chaos.
Somehow there's a parking garage on top of the casino.
Dude.
And like, I don't understand. There's a casino and there's parking garage everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's like surrounded. It's like a cage of parking garage.
Yeah.
And when you're not even paying attention, somehow you end up back in Redlands.
It's a time warp, a space warp. Honestly, look, you guys, LAX, okay, LA's international airport does not have half this much parking. It's crazy. But for the Violent Femmes, it was worth trying to get in and out of that place. We didn't stick not $1 in a single machine. We were like, we got to get out of here. But thanks for letting me review that.
Yes, I mean, it's right up our alley.
But yeah, it makes you feel extra good though when you can see people still killing it and still loving their fans. And I feel like if they can keep doing it, they're going to keep doing it. So please, if they do play and you enjoy them, you'll get your money's worth. Definitely.
Absolutely. Now, without further ado, the final segment of our show, and that will be the AEW match of the week. This one sees Jet Set Rodeo versus the Don Callis family. Unfortunately, the highlight reel that they provided us isn't it doesn't show a lot of highlights of the match, but it was
okay.
The match itself had me cheering and on the edge of my seat, and I was loving every second of it. And it was a great classic match. So hopefully you can get that vibe from the highlight reel that I'm able to provide. So here we go.
Now the ribs seems to be coming undone here, and you know this has been a star-studded night, top to bottom, 3 world title matches. Going to be in Tucson coming up on Saturday night. Oh, big bomb, Mike Bailey! What timing! What poise! Watch out, big freight train coming your way, and he's up to the task. Look at this.
Watch out for those feet, Mark.
Speedball to the top. Missile drop kick takes Davis off his feet.
Ooh.
Rick Knox, he was distracted by Kazuchika Okada. MJF just wiped out Hangman. And now Rainmaker wipes out Kevin Knight.
Watch this now. Watch the power of Mark Davis.
Oh, Davis! Pile driver. 1, 2, 3. We have new champion.
And new AEW World Trios Champions, Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher, and Kazuchika Okada.
Tony, it happened in the blink of the eye. Yeah. But I have to imagine MJF loaded up that right hand with a dynamite diamond ring. Behind the referee's back, decked Hangman Adam Page. And that opened the door for Kazuchika Okada, Mark Davis, and Kyle Fletcher.
Well, that was the highlight. You have to find the actual match online on YouTube and check it out if you can. It is a phenomenal match. I mean, it's top quality, high tier match, showing why AEW is one of the top companies out there right now. And I loved it top to bottom. It was one of those ones where when the commercial came, I was like, damn it. Normally, I'm happy when the commercial comes.
Even just watching the preview, they showed you enough of the, like you said, the skill level. And I haven't taken a debate class, but I'll go toe to toe with anybody that wants to try to minimize what it takes. Or, okay, don't be mad when I say this, but it's literally got like the same gracefulness as ballet in the fine detail of how these people have to pull these things off.
Right.
In ways that when you're looking at men that are pushing 300 pounds of giant muscle are swooping and flying. Just look, you know, this is the kind of athleticism that, like, it's never going to be in the Olympics, but I mean, these people are doing things that most of us would only dream of, right?
Absolutely. And if you're able to watch AEW right now, I'd check it out. It's on streaming on TBS and TNT and HBO Max, and it's killing it. And every week I'm going to bring you some of the best highlight matches out of the show. Just to encourage you, just because I love wrestling and I miss having Richard here to talk about it.
Of course.
So I know we talked off camera about missing Richard. So I'm going to bring a little bit of him by watching, by talking about wrestling on the show. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I want to remind everyone to check out our Patreon, $2 a month. And you can get some awesome artwork from Joel that we have available up on our Patreon right now.
Right now.
2 great art pieces for $15 each that can be yours in your home, signed by this guy. Great pieces of art. I cannot tell you just how phenomenal of an artist Joel is. If you want some of this stuff,
thank you.
Head over to our Patreon and contribute $15 or $2 a month, and you will get them for free on our quarterly drops. So, you know, whatever you can do to help out helps us all out. Right. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media channels. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Remember, March 21st coming up soon is our live draw. We'll be drawing some spring horrors stuff and talking about it the entire time. Until then, thank you for tuning in. Josh, you're a savage bastard, but Kate is my whore. Love you guys. See you later.